quite recently, that's the plan anyway, the after video on my Vorwerk Kobold Folletto, whatever you want to call it, VK135. However, one of the things that I didn't show in that video was the dry carpet cleaning, because I thought I would do a video on its own because it's potentially going to take a little while. I want to clean my rug, which hasn't been cleaned in a while, and it should be a good candidate because it's got quite a thin pile, so you know, we're not going to lose all the Kobosan so deep down we cannot get it back up. So, aim of this video is quite simple really. We're going to dry clean my rug the Vorwerk way. Let's have a go. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yes, we're going to clean my rug the way that the Germans intended it, with this Vorwerk. Now, if you've looked on my channel before, you'll know that I've got a couple of the owner's DVDs ripped and uploaded, and yeah, the principle is fairly simple. It's only really a couple of steps. There's just obviously a lot of waiting around in between. The first thing that we need to do is thoroughly vacuum this carpet. Which is fairly simple and quite self-explanatory. With that cleaned, I'm going to note that there is some tea here, which I remember tripping over. Now that the floor is cleaned, I'm going to take this packet of Kobosan snow, which is only, well, look at the date here, 2016, so it's only 5 years out of date. God, that's the thing with me and my Vorwerk stuff, isn't it? It's why I need to start using it more. But again, don't think it's going to matter too much. It still feels damp, and that's the idea of it. This is a damp powder method. It is very similar to Dyson Zorb. Let's drop the Hoover. Vacuum, the vacuum. Don't call the Hoover police. Very similar to Dyson Zorb. I think Vorwerk came first because obviously Vorwerk machines are older than the Dyson that did it. Dyson Zorb came in the DA001, which is early 1990s, and I think Vorwerk were doing this in the 80s. So we're going to use up all of this because I don't like having the open packets lying around. I don't know how much they're supposed to use, but they're going to use it all. Get it all out of there like so. Crikey. We should have done this first. Whoops. Then, oh well, I've got my flip-flops on so we can walk on it. Then we need to pop this cover and remove the carpet brush rolls like so. And get, as you saw in the after video, our FK350 kit out. And slide those into here. This blocks off all the suction and just brooms the stuff in. And I can also put this on power setting 1 so it's not too loud. And then we just need to brush it in, really. all the powder is brushed right in, and I can now compare to the last time I used the Vorwerk Kobosan system, which was with my VK120, which of course has the foam rollers rather than the brushes, and that did change colour. I mean, if I get some of the stuff that's fallen over here, this isn't too dirty in a way. So obviously this should change colour with the dirt as it's sucked in. The carpet feels a little bit damp, not too bad, but big question is, how does it differ to the Dyson system in that, yes, look, not terribly, all of the powder builds up down there. So we want to get that out. It's why I'm using, if you watch the after video, I'm using the EB head, which doesn't work properly, so that I don't have to care about cleaning my nicer head up afterwards. So we'll take the brushes out, and all the powder comes out of there. I'll probably turn this back on now and suck it all through. Like so. Now the next thing that I have to do, you won't have to, but I will, is wait for it to dry and settle, and then we can vacuum it out. So, okay Google, set an alarm for 1 hour.
Got it. Your alarm's set for today at 7:32 p.m.
And I'll see you at 7:32 p.m. where we'll vacuum it all up and see how much fresher it is. It certainly smells nicer already. See if that stain's gone. And there we go. An hour later, it's dry. So, you now need to hope and pray. Well, I do, you don't need to care. But you probably hope it isn't going to. That this picks up all of this powder, because my DC-17 is still broken, so I haven't got that to do it. But this should do it. I mean, on paper it's the right machine for the job. So, set back up for dry vacuuming. Let's absolutely destroy this bag by picking up all this fine powder, see how much leaks out afterwards, and get this rug vacuumed off. And there we go. Room smells a lot nicer. It's a fair bit softer, but all the marks are still there, as I find they are with all dry powder cleaning bits and bobs. So yeah, I can't say I rate it at all for stain cleaning. The VK120 seemed to make it dirty, but then we had the white carpet there, which was filthy. So maybe this just wasn't that dirty, and yeah, not too bad in there either. Got the old hard floor brush out because yeah, it goes everywhere when it flicks out from underneath the machine. But what I'm really most interested in is the state of the bag, and more specifically the bag housing itself. Now this bag is going in the bin because it's had it, but yeah, it has leaked a bit. This is whiter than it was before. There's just something about that side of the bag that you can see it all on there as well. And inside of here is full of fluff, dirt and Kobosan powder. And yeah, that isn't a genuine bag, so maybe that was part of the problem. I guess I wipe that out, put a genuine bag in and see how it goes. Also, the post motor filter is red hot. red hot, and I am pretty convinced that it does inhibit the airflow a lot. Now, it's probably not because it's a non-genuine filter. I think these just run really hot anyway, which is probably why they burn out so much. If you on eBay now at the time of filming this, there's a couple of these with blown motors, and as we found out, it's quite tricky to fit another one in. You can sort of do it, but has to be the right size motor. So I'm not going to put this back in, quite honestly. I don't use this enough to care. But there we are, really. I'm going to fit a new bag and give it a clean and call that job done. So my rug is freshened, the pile's a lot softer and fluffier for sure, but yeah, not cleaner, but wasn't really expecting it to be either. Just a bit of fun, really. So there we go, he says, not being able to get that back on. Have you had any good experiences with the Vorwerk Kobosan system? Would I have got rid of those stains if I'd have used some in-date powder rather than out of date? I don't know. I don't think I've got any that's in date. I've got some new packs, but none that have in date. But I'm not going to do this very often, I'll be honest. It was mainly to be able to demonstrate my Vorwerk VK135. So there we go, really. All clean, all tidy and all done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I, and probably this, will see you soon.